Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back. Episode 164 today. Probably gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode, probably about an hour or so. But yeah, probably about an hour or so. But anyway, we're gonna jump straight into it. We're gonna take a look at probably two problems today, I think. Let's set this up. Get our stuff looking good. Whoops. Okay. Let's take a look at what problems we're going to look at today. We're going to take a look at the where was that? Yeah, the rating website. Take a look at 1500 to 1600 problems. Oh, that's contest number. Whoops. 1500 to 1600 rated problems. Take a look. Go to page 12. I think we're on page 11 now. Find completely painted row or column. Find completely painted row or column. 63% acceptance rate. It is a graph problem. Okay, 2661, first completely painted row or column. I believe that's the right one, right? Yeah, 2661. 1502 rated. Given a zero index integer array, and an n times n integer matrix, mat, R and mat both contain all integers in the range 1 to m times n. Okay. And an m times n integer matrix mat, right? Array and mat both contain all integers in the range 1 to m times n. Go through each index I in array starting from index 0 and paint the cell mat containing the integer array I. Return the smallest I at which either a row or a column will be completely painted in mat. I'm a little confused here. And mat both contain all the integers in the range 1 to m times n. So what are we doing here? We start here. Is anyone else a little bit confused with the problem? Zero index integer array, right? Oh, okay. We're given an array, and then we're given a two-dimensional array, and an m times n integer matrix mat. Array and mat both contain all the integers in the range 1 to m times n. Okay. Go through each index I in array starting from index 0 and paint the cell in mat containing the integer array I. Return the smallest index I at which either a row or a column will be completely painted in mat. So we go here. Then we go 3. Okay, then we go 4. Oh, return the smallest index I at which either a row or a column will be completely painted in mat. Okay. I think I'm understanding here. So if we were to throw our array over here, this is what we're given. And this is our mat, right? So really what we have to do here is we have to go through this one by one, right? And paint our array, right? And our mat right now looks like this. 1, 4, 2, 3. So let's kind of think about how we want to solve this, right? So we want to go through each value here. So we start off with 1, so we paint 1, right? Then we go to 3, we paint 3, right? So none of the columns are painted, all the rows. Then we go to 4, paint 4. Good for this. Hello, bro. What's up, man? God of, what is that? God of tours. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping by, bro. So let's, this is a 3 here. So we see this one, right? Go to the next one. We see a 3, go to this one. See a 4, go to this one, right? Then here we know we would return, what do we return here? 2. The moves are shown in order and both the first row and second column of the matrix become fully painted at array 2. Okay, we return the, we return the index of where we're at. So really what we have to do here is, I'm thinking probably 2 separate functions, right? So probably 2 separate functions. One that loops through. So obviously we'll have one loop that loops through this array, right? Paints each one. And then how can we do painted though? Not sure. Planning to do any C++ today. Yeah, I'm gonna do this problem and then do C++. Do a do the problem in C++. That's the plan. Kind of just see how long, this problem lasts. Yeah. I'm working on my C++ off stream right now. Working on some low-key projects and stuff. Not beginner. I guess like kind of. I'm working on a 2D physics engine. Doing that. I just completed that yesterday. I learned about smart pointers yesterday. And then I think I'm gonna make kind of like some simulation with a 2D game engine today. So that's the plan, or at least start today or tomorrow. So I plan to do once I feel a little bit more comfortable, I plan to do some kind of C++. Yeah. Thank you, bro. I plan to do some like C++ project work on stream. So like maybe doing like one leetcode and then doing some project stuff. But I just kind of want to get comfortable with my my level. I still really struggle with the syntax and stuff. Really fucks with me. So nice. Thank you guys, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm trying to think about how we want to go about here. So I'm thinking probably 2 separate functions. One for loop to loop through this, and we check each value. And then we paint one function to paint in the array. Well, technically, we probably don't even need this here. We could probably just make this array with zeros, right? So we could create maybe another array with all zeros, right? Oh, actually, no, maybe that won't work. Yeah, it is, bro. It's kind of it's not gonna lie. It's just a lot different when you come from like Python and JavaScript and stuff. Like I don't really have a lot of experience with like low level stuff, so it's been good for me. Like I learned about, this stuff in my undergrad or whatever, but I feel like when you learn about something, it kind of goes out the window a little bit sometimes. So it's been a lot to really think about it again and get to that level. So it looks like here we can't have negative values. So maybe what we can do is we can replace each of these values to 0. Or maybe we can create a separate array and have like trues and false. I don't know. I don't know what the best way is to solve this problem. Maybe do I just start writing some code and just hope that it works, or... Oh, by the way, I'm playing a 2D MMO RPG right now. That's cool, bro. What MMO RPG are you playing? I used to play like a shit ton of games, bro. Like, I feel like I still would. I just like kind of lose a lot of time. Might as well get something down. Yeah, that is true, bro. Not sure. That is true. It's called Curse of Eros. I have never heard of that, bro, to be honest. Let's take a look. Curse of Eros. Cool, man. Exciting online MMORPG where you can fight monsters, discover and use items, battle other players, and steal their gold. It's cool, man. Kind of looks like Pokemon a little bit, dude, with the little characters like this, dude. Is it on... Is it just on the phone, or... No, there's no way. Is it on Steam, then? No. Oh, shit. Okay. Cool, dude. Seems interesting. It's on Android and iOS PC if you use an emulator. Ah, okay, bro. Okay. Trying to think about... I just kind of want to have a game plan here about what I'm going to do. You know, I feel like there's obviously definitely multiple ways that you can solve this. I'm still thinking the best way to go through this is starting off checking each value, right? And then we use a function to find it in here. That would be too slow because then we would need a function to also check if a row or column is fully painted. Maybe, is there a better way to go about it? Because if we have all these separate functions, it's just going to be like super expensive. Like, and it probably, we'll just get instantly get a TLE. So let's have a look. Can we use a frequency array? Pre-process the positions of values in the matrix. Traverse the array and increment the corresponding row and column frequency using the preprocessed positions. If the row frequency becomes equal to the number of columns, or vice versa, return the current index. Frequency array. Okay. Let's do like a dictionary. What can we store in this dictionary? Frequency array. Dude, I don't know. This is kind of fucking with me a little bit. let's loop through. So if we were to loop through this array, the length of mats, we go for j in range length of mat. Inside of our dictionary, we would store _dictionary. Let's store the actual number as a key. So mat I shit, man, this is fucking confusing me. What am I doing here? Mat IJ. Can get rid of one of these. Is equal to our coordinates here. So maybe we can do like a rows is equal to the length of mat. Now cols is equal to the length of how do we do the cols again? Is it like, I think it's like this, right? God, sometimes when I flip between graph problems, dude, I just forget. Here we got 2 here. So let's print. We can do rows here now. We can do cols. I guess we can go. I guess IJ works. Let's print our dictionary, see what we're looking at here, just to make sure that this is done properly. So we got 0, 0 at 1, right? So what are we looking at? I guess up here we can take a look. So 0, 0, 1, so that works. 4, 4, 0, 1, yep. 2 is 1, 0, and then 3 is 1, 1. Good. So that worked. So now we're just storing everything inside of a dictionary. We have our keys and then our values. But where do we want to go from here? So maybe we can have like some sort of maybe some sort of like row count or something. Like row count is 0 and our col count is 0, right? Because we're technically, what we need is what I'm thinking here, bro. I don't know if I'm cooking here, but what I'm thinking here is that, so listen up, because I'm curious like what you guys think if this would work. Well, let me know what you guys think, right? So right now we're looping through, you know, and just storing all of our keys, right, as our actual numbers, right? And then we're storing our row and our columns as our value, right? So now what we do is, right, is we can loop through, okay, this array, right? I'm going to switch color. We loop through this array, each number, we look for 1. Okay, so our key is 1. Then we look for our value. If it exists, then we would increment our row and we would increment our column, right? No, wait, that won't work. Wait. Yeah. Okay, so we increment our row and our column, but instead, I was thinking of universally, we use I was thinking about just like kind of like a variable like this, but instead what I'm thinking here is I'm thinking we use an array, right? Because the reason why we're putting zeros here is because, you know, we could be increasing our row here, but I think for like a bigger example, this wouldn't work, right? Because, yeah, because, right, we could have 4 columns, right? We could have this one, we could have this one, we could have this one, and we could have this one, right? So if we're looking at one column in particular, we only need one column to be the same as our rows and our cols, right? Our rows and our cols in our first example here are just 2, right? So really we'll know when we've achieved a row column when it's equal. So when it's the same, or when it, yeah, shit, man. I'm saying equal, but I feel like kind of an idiot saying it like that. But when it's equal to our rows and our columns, right? And originally I was thinking about using just one of these, but I think what we'll need to do is we'll have to do an array here for each index, right, that we're looking at, right? Either for this one in this case or this one. So I hope that was an okay explanation, kind of what I'm thinking about here, but I guess we can times this by the length of mat and actually we should probably do rows and cols, right? Let's do rows and cols times rows and cols, right? So we've got that. Now what we do is we loop through and we go, okay, oh my god, dude, my eyeball, dude, holy shit. Feel like a lot of people say equal because equal. Yeah, bro, I say it all the time, but low key, like, I feel like I sound like kind of stupid when I say it like that, but I don't know, maybe it's just me overthinking. I have no idea, but dude, man, I have this like, me getting a sty on my eye, bro. It hurts so bad, dude. Oh my god. Okay, so now what we want to do here is we want to go, okay, well, for num, we need our index here. So let's do for num in range length array, right? What do we want to do here? Well, we want to look we want to check, okay, we need an if statement here. So we'll need to check, okay, well, if my dictionary num, I guess, no, sorry, it would be array num. Wait, no. I guess it would be if array num in my dictionary, which it is, right? Then we'd pop our row column. So let's do row col is equal to -core dictionary array num -core dictionary array num, right? And then we increase. So here we have our index value, right? We're looking for our row call of our index value, right? So we would just increment our row count row plus or equal to 1. And then our col count col plus or equal to 1. I hope I'm typing this right. And then down here at the end here, we need to check, okay, well, how can we check this here? Well, now we pretty much have to check, well, is it equal? There you go, not sure, bro. There's our thing. Is it equal, right? And how would we check this? Well, we need to somehow loop over our whole row count. But is there a better way to do it? That's the thing. Maybe we can just check here. We can just check, well, if row count row is equal to, might be a bit slow on the big O, but might work. Yeah. I believe this would be, look, I'm not an expert on big O, like low key, but I'm pretty sure this would be O of n, right? Like, oh no, sorry, not O of n, sorry. It'd be O of n squared here, I guess. Yeah, O of n squared, right? Because we have that double for loop. That's the slowest thing, so. N squared, n, but really it's just n squared, I think, right? type shit, I think, but and shit, dude. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay, so row count row is equal to our rows. Something like that. Yeah. If row count row is equal to rows, because nested loops and all. Yeah, yeah, I agree. So if our row count row here is equal to rows, or our col count col, right? Because we're accessing that value that we're currently looking at. We're incrementing it here, and then we're just checking if it's then now 2, right? Equal to cols. Then what are we returning? We're outputting 2. But which one are we going to output? I'm trying to think here. Maybe we can output can we like do a special thing in Python where we can do like return rows if rows equal this, else col? Would that work? Like, oh no, we're just gonna return num, right? We're gonna actually return this index value. We're not returning any of these index values. We're just gonna return num. What would we return if we don't find something? Are we always gonna find something? Turn the smallest index I, which either row or column will be completely painted. I don't know what to do if it's not completely painted, but let's get rid of this print. Let's run this, see kind of what we're getting here. Bro. No way, bro. No way. No way we pass it first go, bro. There's no way. Oh my gosh, dude. I thought I was goated for a second, dude. I was gonna be so proud of myself. I don't think I've ever done that before, right? Just like, damn, dude. Well, that's an L. Oh, we were close though. We were close. We have the right intuition, dude. That's all that matters. Like, I'm proud of that. Okay, so what do we got here? We got. So this is the test case we failed on. Big sad, bro. Big sad. Low key, dude. So sad, bro. We were close, man. We were close. Okay, so what are we giving here? We're giving a. Very close. Just need to fix some things up, I'm guessing. Yeah. To be honest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the bug is, but I'm sure there's a very small bug in here. If row count row is equal to rows or col count col is equal to cols, I think that's good. We return our num, right? Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't know what we're missing here. I don't know what it is. I really can't see it. So I guess we're going to have to go through this problem, right? Why are we getting, we're outputting 2. Why do we want 1? Well, we see 1 and then we get 4 and that should return instantly, right? We're outputting 2, but we should be outputting 1. Why are we getting that though? 1.4. We up call here, I believe, to 2. And we should return 1. But we are returning 2. But why? I don't know. I think we've got some bug here, dude. Like, I mean, I could go -1 and I think this will... Yeah. We've got some bug here, dude. I don't know what it is, but... Oh, man. Does anyone see the bug? One four five two six three 135 126. Yeah, honestly, dude, I don't know. Honestly, I'm a bit shit at leetcode, so... Oh, dude, it's okay. I'm also shit as well. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, this is my bug. Wait. What was it? Oh my gosh, we're comparing the wrong thing here. We had the right idea, but we're comparing it wrong. But why is this wrong? There's one subtle bug in this condition. You're comparing row count row is equal to rows, but row count row should be compared to cols, not rows. Oh. So a row is complete if you've painted all the columns in that row compared to cols. Ah, okay, so this is cols. And then this is rows. So that was our bug. How does this make sense? So let's just kind of go over this just to make sure we understand this here. So this here, we'll use this as an example. Hang on. 2. So we're given 435, 4, 3, 5, 1, 2, 6, right? And then we're given we have our row count. I'm gonna call it RC. Put it here, row count, which is 0 times rows, right? How many rows do we have? Well, we have 2, right? So we would have 0, 0. And then CC is 0, 0, right? Oh no, 0, 0, 0, right? Because we have 3 columns, 1, 2, 3, right? We loop, right? We do row count row. Plus or equal to 1, right? So how will we start off here? Well, we go 1, right? Let's print our dictionary here just so we can see it. Easily comparable. It's just easier kind of when I have it like visually in front of me, right? So we got 0, 0, right? So we would check 1, right? Where is 1 here? Well, our key 1 is 1, 0. So our row count 1 will go up by 1, right? So we go here, 1. And then our call count 0 would go up by 1 as well. Okay. And then we go to our next value, which is 4. Our 4 would be 0, 0, right? So our 0, 0 would go up, right? This one would be 1. And then this one would go to 2, right? And this is where we fucked up here, right? We should return this. That's why we checked the col here, right? Because if we have... yeah, that's right. We would check the opposite, yeah. Because this is what we check here. We want to return this, right? Wait, no, wait, hang on. I think I'm confusing myself, dude. Row count row is equal to cols. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we would check the opposite. Yeah. Damn, bro. That definitely confused me a little bit. I feel like it's still kind of like confusing me a little bit, not gonna lie. So I feel like for other people, if you're watching too, I'm just as kind of lost as you a little bit. So col count col is equal to rows. So this would have to be 3. Sorry, this would have to be 3. Col count col. Let's print our col count here. Print. No, let's do it outside of the loop, right? Because then we're going to print it multiple times. Let's do print col count. Print row count. Just so I like to visually see stuff. It really helps me like understand fully. Are we not? What are we doing here? Are we printing this properly? Let's print the rows first. Did this not print, bro? What is going on here? Oh no, we're just we're instantly returning here. Shit. I guess we gotta print it. I guess we gotta print it here. Forgot that we're instantly returning. Yeah, right. So we have 1, 1, and we have 2, 0, 0. So we are right, yeah. So we would have to check the cols. Interesting. Interesting way around that problem. It's still kind of fucking with my head a little bit, but I guess I have to kind of think about that next time when I get a similar problem like that. Let's see if this submits, though. We haven't fully checked if it does submit. Good. It does submit. We're at the lower end here, but I think it's because we got all these print statements. I think that's why it's so slow a little bit. Because, yeah, they're doing something similar here. What is the fastest way here? Still an n squared approach here. So that is the optimal way, the fastest way. So I guess that is a good thing, you know. And we were really close to getting it first try. That would have been really awesome. Let's take a look at translating this into C++ here. If none of you guys have seen this before, my buddy made this. It pretty much, if you do leetcode yourself, leetcode doesn't let you use the debugger. They make you pay for it. So my buddy here made this. What do you want to call this, dude? I'm blanking out. Let's go. Thank you, not sure, bro. Let's go, bro. My buddy made this Leet++. Pretty much you can just use a debugger in C++. You know, so I've been learning C++, but pretty much you can fetch the problem here. All right, so let's take a look. What problem are we looking at here? Yeah, 2661. Fetch 2661. Fetches the problem. I believe it should refresh over here, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's broken. What am I? Oh, here we go. Reload all. A little slow. But yeah. Here it is here. Okay. Kind of gives you a little bit of test cases. Doesn't give you many test cases. It only gives you 2 really. So, you know, it's not, you can't, there's no API really to fetch all the problems, but at least you get some test cases. You don't have to make them yourself. So I guess that's the important thing. So let's think about this. How do we go about this? Well, we want to create our rows, right? So let's do int rows. We would take the size, right? Would be, I guess it would be mat.size, right? I believe. Yeah. We can take our cols here. We can take mat.0.size. Yeah. I think that's good. Loop over for I guess, how do we do that? How do we loop in C++? I is equal to 0, I is less than, rows, I plus plus. I guess we do plus plus I. Have our 4 here. I guess we need an int I is equal to 0. We would do our cols now, so J here, J is less than cols. We have plus plus I again. Yeah, and then we want to define our dictionary, right? So, oh shit, we want to define a dictionary. Guess we can drop a line, define a dict, right? Define a dictionary. How do we define a dictionary? Define dictionary C++. I can't remember the syntax. I know we did it a few days ago. An unordered map. Believe that's what we're looking for. SCD unordered map. Adam Lipson, hey man, what's up, bro? How you doing, Adam? I remember you from yesterday, bro. Thanks for coming back and stopping by, bro. How's how have you been today, man? I like to call this my dictionary. I'm just kind of used to it, but so I believe here we're getting an int here, and then we're getting a pair here, which I assume is a tuple. CPP. Yeah, bro. Doing a C++ solution. I've been learning in my spare time C++, so I thought doing some of these leetcode problems on stream would probably help converting it to C++, or just kind of getting the syntax through my head a little bit. I was learning about smart pointers yesterday and a few other stuff I've been going through. My buddy's been helping me learn, but I've been going through Chono's series too, so trying to learn C++. I want to help my buddy build his game engine, commit to his game engine. I got a lot to learn still, but I got a lot to learn about game engines as well, so that'll be interesting, but I guess it's all part of the process. Anyway, we defined our dictionary here, so what do we want to do here? Well, we probably want to add it to our dictionary, right? So how the fuck would we do that? My dictionary, Matt, I, J, shit. This doesn't look right. Game Edge is pretty fun to make, so many things to do. I agree, bro. I agree. It looks really interesting. I've never really gone too in depth in it, but it just, yeah, it really interests me, dude. So I really want to learn. So been putting all my effort into learning C++. I don't know if I'm doing this correct here, but what do we want to do here? We want to input I and J, right? I definitely feel like I'm doing this wrong. No operator equals matches these operands. Shit, dude. I don't know. Do we need maybe? Oh, what the hell just happened, dude? What if we did like IJ like this? Oh shit, dude. I don't know if that worked, but why the fuck is it going away, bro? Why can't we like? Oh yeah, okay. That looks a little better. So we input our dictionary, right? So I believe that's the first part here, right? Where we are, I guess, inputting in the dictionary, right? We get out of that. Now, once we input the values in the dictionary, what do we do? Well, we defined, I guess we need probably like 2 new vectors, right? To define those vectors, we would go std. Dude, I don't know why this is automatically tabbing everywhere, but it's kind of pissing me off a little bit. Std vector. We want it of ints, right? We want to put. How would we put zeros inside of this array? Or inside of this vector, I assume. How would we do that? I'm thinking like in Python, like 0 times like the size of it, like rows, like what we did earlier. But I'm not sure kind of how to do that. If anyone knows, please tell me in the chat. If anyone has any idea. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Got the syntax here. So it's a little different. We got the rows like this, right? And then we also want to implement our... What are we calling this? Vec. I don't know if I want to call this vec. I guess we probably want to call this row count. Col count. Col 0. Right? So we got our 2 new vectors. Then we probably want to loop through for int num is equal to 0. Num is less than the mat.size. No, sorry, we want array here. Array.size. Plus plus I. No, plus plus num. That's what I want. That looks good. And then what do we want to do here? Well, what do we want to do here? We wanted to... I guess I should probably put the problem... Oh, whoops. Guess I should probably put the problem over here a little bit. Let's see, that's the wrong thing. That's... we want this one, right? Yeah, this is what we want. Okay. So we got our vector, right? This is our problem here. I just kind of want everyone to see what we were doing. We got our problem here. Then what do we want to do, right? We loop through and we want to check, okay, well, if array num, are we accessing that wrong? Oh, we're missing a parenthesis here. If array num, I assume C++ doesn't have in, so how would we do that? If array num dot find, I think that's probably what my buddy's calling me, dude. How do we do this in C++? Would it be array num dot find? I'm not really too sure. Array num dot find. I'm pretty much trying to do here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do like num array in my dictionary, right? That's kind of like what I'm trying to think here. Num array. How would I do that, dude? I'm not sure, man. If num array. How would we check here? Okay, here we go. I got, so if _dictionary dot find array I does not equal my dot end. Why are we doing this? I am not sure. My dictionary dot end. City list iterator find. Define dictionary. I did define it over here. What is this guy talking about? Local variable define dictionary. I have defined it. What are you talking about? Oh, we want num here. Is that why? Oh. Local variable. Hello, Action Gamers. What's up, Action Gamer, dude? How you doing? How's your day been, bro? I don't know why I'm getting this here, bro. Like, what is going on? Show potential fixes. Alt enter. Shit, man, I can fix with Copilot. What am I missing here? Oh, okay. There you go. How do I tab to accept? Oh, bad, dude. There we go. Fixed it. Copilot goated. Okay. So we're finding it here. Now what do we want to do? We want to do, I guess, auto for. Thank you, sir, for replying me. That's all good, Action Gamers, dude. How you doing though, bro? Appreciate you chirping in the chat a little bit, dude. Doing a little bit of C++. Trying to think here. So now what I want to think about here is I want to pretty much. Can we do like auto, like row call is equal to my dictionary. My dictionary row call. No, my dictionary array num. No. How would I? I think we have to put this in squares. No. Yeah. That looks good. Okay. So what I don't know here, if this is technically an array or if this is a tuple. I've got no idea. So let's check. Is this an array or a tuple? I don't know. Structured bindings. Okay. Unpacks the parent to two name variables. So this must be still a tuple, but a structured binding must be kind of like what a tuple is in Python, I'm going to assume. I'm not really 100% sure, but I'm going to kind of just probably assume that. I don't know why we have the does not equal mydictionary.end here. Do we have the mydictionary.end? If anyone would be able to explain to me why we have this here, and I guess confirm that if a structured binding is a tuple, I'd appreciate that. Wouldn't it be more clear if you explicitly typed it instead of auto? Yes, it would. I just put auto because I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing, so I just put auto. I don't really know how you could define a structured binding. They don't really have a tuple in C++, so I just put auto because I didn't really know what I was doing. So find returns an iterator. If the key exists, it returns an iterator to that key value pair. If the key does not exist, it returns my dictionary and a special iterator representing one past the last element. Okay, so it returns... Okay, so I assume... Okay, so... It's going to find this array. It's going to find the number here, and if it doesn't find the number, then I assume it's going to return, like, null. When it means, like, one past the last element, I'm going to just assume that returns null. To safely check the existence. AgeBuck, hello, dude. What's up, man? How you doing? How was your day, dude? Thanks for stopping by and hanging out, bro. So I guess we need our auto again. I guess we can ask, like, what would I make this instead of an auto? What would I make this instead of auto? If I wanted to explicitly define it. Going to school. Let's go, dude. Let's go, man. I remember when I used to go to school. It was a little while ago, but good times, man. Good times fucking around with your friends all the time. Okay, so I guess instead of the auto here, I guess they consider this in C++, they call this a structured binding, but it says here, instead, if I wanted to do it this way, I could do, like, it says pos.first? No, wait, what does pos refer to here? I assume that somehow you can do, like, a dot first, and then you can do... like a int call is equal to dot second. Yeah. Oh no, not function. Sorry, dot second here. Pos. I don't know. I don't know what pos is in this example here, but somehow you can do a dot first and a dot second to get the int rows and columns. So that makes sense, but I assume this is like a special thing in C++ structured bindings. I haven't really gone over that, so I'm not really 100% sure. Going to school. Where are you from? I'm from Australia, but I live in the United States. You should give more context to whatever you're asking, like the dictionary and the for loop. Okay, yeah. Sorry, my bad. I'm just kind of thinking about it in my head, I guess, just like kind of throwing shit everywhere, so my bad if it sounds confusing. How old are you, bro? I turned 24 last week, so I'm Ankh, bro. No, I'm joking. I'm still pretty young, but yeah, I'm graduating December, so yeah, 24, man. Okay, anyway, so we got this now. What do we want to do here? So now we probably want to figure out, okay, well, how can we... Bro, A. What's up, AgeBuck? Bro, A. Oh, you deleted it. Okay. I've kind of lost my train of thought now. So we pop this. Now, what do we want to check now? Well, we probably want to check, okay, well, we probably want to increase our row count, right? So I guess we do like row count, row, plus or equal, I guess we can do plus plus here, right? Col count, col, plus plus, right? And then I would assume outside of this if, but still in the for. Bro, can you explain what is hacker rank? To be honest, I've never really used hacker rank that much, but I assume it's something pretty similar to leetcode. You can just do kind of like problems like this, just like random problems and shit. Honestly, I'm not really 100% sure. I haven't really looked at hacker rank much, to be completely honest. The only thing I can think of hacker rank is like when I've applied for like internships and stuff and they've made you do problems on hacker rank. Question mark, question mark. I don't know what you're trying to say, AgeBuck. If you could kind of clarify it a little bit. I'm not really familiar with hacker rank. I've only used hacker rank for like OAs and stuff, for like internships and stuff like that, but I assume it's probably something similar to LeetCode. I don't know. Here we probably want to check this if down here, and we want to do, okay, well, if this is where we messed up last time, where we checked, okay, well, if row count row is equal to cols, or col count col is equal to rows, then we just want to return our num, I believe. Getting 7-star is easy on HackerRank. I assume that's what you're trying to say. Okay, I am not sure what 7-star is on HackerRank, dude. Honestly, I have no idea. Let's have a look. What is 7-star on HackerRank, dude? I got no clue. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It could be easy, dude. I got no idea. It's been a little while since I've gone on HackerRank. I don't really know much. We have not. Why does this not like this? Is this because this here goes... Identify a row is undefined. Why is this undefined here? I'm not really too sure. I don't know if this is crazy. But is it? Why is this going out of... Why? I don't know why. Does anyone know why this row is undefined here? Why is this row undefined? Why is row and col undefined in second if... Scope issue, okay. That's what I was thinking it was, but I didn't know if that just only applied to pointers or something, but... Solution: declare row and col before the first if block. Hi, what's up everything? How you doing, bro? So apparently we have to... Okay, so we have to declare here before... So I thought it was a scope issue, because I kind of went over that, but I didn't know. I couldn't remember from memory if that applied to pointers or not. Only to pointers, so I don't know. Still learning, so... how's your day, everything? Row counter, row plus plus. Okay, so now that works. We return 0. Okay, so let's kind of... I guess we can step through this. I read that as gooning every day. That's funny as fuck, Ryzen. That made me laugh, bro. Okay. Okay. Debug session failed. Vector script out of range. Okay, let's abort this. I don't know. Can we move the breakpoint down here? What is going on here? Vector subscript out of range. What does this mean, bro? What does that mean, dude? I don't have no idea. Leap++. Debug assertion failed. Debug assertion failed. Does anyone know what this error means? I don't know what is kind of going on here, to be honest. Read the full message. Usually says something like, how much languages you know? Right now, probably just, I'd say Python, JavaScript, and Java is probably stuff I've worked in. Just those three. I've been trying to learn C++, so... I don't know... Okay, I'm gonna try and run it without the breakpoint. Let's see what happens. Okay, it still does the same thing. Okay. I don't know what is going on here. I assume I fucked up something and it doesn't really tell you what it is. Bro, can we connect on LinkedIn? Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. My LinkedIn's in the description. There's also what you want to do, web development, dude. I have no idea, to be honest. I'm kind of just going with the flow. I'm just trying to work on stuff and, you know, kind of build a portfolio. I don't really know what I want to do. I don't know if that's kind of a bad thing. Like, specifically, I kind of just want to get an entry level role and just kind of see what I like and see what I want to do. So, I'm not really 100% sure yet. But yeah, if you also, yeah, and Kush, if you want to connect on LinkedIn, yeah, my LinkedIn's in the description. There's also like my my Discord and stuff, and I got a little Discord server going, and my GitHub's there too. So whatever you like. Dude, I don't know. Auto doesn't deduce references or possibly unintended copies being made. Okay, so I don't know if this is the error here, dude. I don't think this. What is the error that I'm getting, dude? I don't know. Completely painted. Debug assertion failed. Can I copy this, dude? Microsoft Visuals. Line 1931. I don't know if this is an issue with my program here, or I'm just gonna copy this into LeetCode here and see if this runs. Because I'm curious. Compiler error, dude. Oh my gosh, bro. Let's just copy from here. Yeah, this is the 4 here. So we need a copy from this return. See if this runs. I'm not sure if it's gonna. No, whoa, what the fuck is this error, dude? Heap buffer overflow. Okay, so we have got some issue here. How much hours you grind daily, bro? I don't know, dude. I usually only, like, for LeetCode, I usually only do an hour, but usually off the stream, I do, like, at least a couple hours of project work and my own sort of work and stuff like that. So I don't know why I'm getting this here, but I was told this is my issue. Is this gonna get rid of everything? Can I put a breakpoint now? I've never really seen that, I guess. F5. Okay, so now painted row column. Okay, so now we can go hover over the. Do you have to alloc memory for an unordered map or nah? To be honest, dude, I don't know. I don't know. I am not sure, dude. I'm not sure if it specifically is. I assume it is, but I don't think I have to specifically allocate that. I don't think so. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm subscribing, you dude. You just gave me a kick of not getting left behind. Oh, bro. Well, thank you for that, dude. I appreciate it. I hope to see you around again, dude. I stream every night when I'm here, so we'd love to keep seeing you around, dude. Just the only advice I can give you, bro, is just to keep going, dude. Like, you know, sometimes, like, I'm taking an L right here, right now, like, super hard. I have no idea what's going on, but you know, just keep going, dude. Don't stop. every day is like more progress and, you know, opportunity for you to get better. And so what is going on here, bro? Coal. My dictionary is size 4. So, bro, this shit's pissing me off, dude. I don't know what this means, bro. Like, I'm so lost, bro. Like, boy, I don't know what this means, dude. So they're saying I need a J here. They're saying rose coal. In row -1, in coal -1. So apparently we have to check here if row does not equal -1. And so or also works. I guess this could do. I guess we could just do and here as well. I mean, it's the same thing. I didn't know C++ could do this till the other day, but yeah, guys. Sorry, I'm a little lost, dude. I don't know why I'm getting that error. And if anyone can help me in the chat, I would really, really appreciate it, or help me understand why I'm getting that. I don't know if that means I've never really had that issue before, so I don't know. I don't know kind of how to go about it. Turn Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this debug. This breakpoint. Okay, so now I'm not getting the issue anymore. How did I improve my skill in coding? Dude, I don't know, bro. I just like doing it, dude. So I just do it every day. I don't know. Every time I'm back from work or every time I'm here on the weekend, I just code, dude. I don't know. I just like doing it, dude. It's fun. I don't know. I just really enjoy it. Okay, so now I think it's working. Now we're getting rid of that error, and I don't know what was going on earlier, but okay, so now we've got rid of that error. So what did we change here? We were checking -1, and we had an infinite loop up here. We had to fix this J breakpoint. Then what was that? The reason? Dude, yeah, I don't know. I think I was getting that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check with my buddy when he gets back. But I think what the error was is, one, I was getting this infinite loop here, and for some reason here when I was checking -1, I think it was just totally fucking it up too. But yeah, I'm not really, to be honest, not sure. I'm not sure, bro. Same as your name. I'm not sure why it was fucking it up, really. I'm gonna set a breakpoint and step through this slowly now, so I'm not sure. So we create our vectors here. I want to see. We've got our dictionary here. My dictionary. How do we see what's raw view? See, I haven't worked a lot with hash maps. That's a good reason, brother. Your future is bright. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Sci-Fi Law. I really, thank you, dude. That really made me really happy. Thank you for that. So I haven't really worked a lot with hash maps and C++, to be honest. I don't really know. Trying to understand what is going on here. I kind of want to just see the values in here, dude, but oh, okay, so I haven't got anything in here. Right. Okay, my bad. So I'm populating it here. Okay, so we populate it. Now there should be values in here, right? Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we're cooking. Okay, so now we see the values in here, okay? So we've got our keys here, and then we have our values here, which are the positions in our 2D array. We loop through here, so now we're in this 4 here, right? We check. So we initialize row and column, and then we search here, and we check if the num that we're looking at is inside, right? It is. So then we set row and column to be, okay, so now we got row is 0 and we got num is 0. Then we increase our row count and our col count. Okay, we check here, then we go back here, back to our 4. What are we looking at here? We got 1, 3, 4, 2. So really we should go through this for loop 3 times, I believe. So our row is now -1. Okay, so everything looks good. Go through, we add. Check this if. It shouldn't go through. Now we go through this for. We come back. We add one more time. Now we should enter this if here, but we don't enter the if. What are we looking at here? Rows. What do we got here? We got 0. So we should have entered it here, I believe. Row count row is equal to cols, and col count col is equal to rows, but for some reason, what do we get here? 2. So we have 2 for both. Well, why did we not enter this loop? Row does not equal -1, and row count row is equal to cols is equal to rows. So then we're looping through again. So what is going on here? Shit, I think we have some sort of like, we've got an issue here, so we're not entering this if statement properly, but why? Is it something to do with this row does not equal -1? Is that an issue with that, or? Let's check here. Let's just copy this in here. Yeah, we want to. Let's see what we're outputting here. Okay, so we are outputting 0 then. That's what we saw. We are outputting 0 every single time, right? So our issue is that we're not entering this if here. But why are we not entering this if? If row does not equal -1, right? In every case, row should not equal -1. Do we have to check this here? Do we need row does not equal? Maybe we need. I'm gonna just try with the bitwise and the bitwise or. I don't know. Maybe could that be our issue? Oh, whoops! I didn't stop the program. I wonder. I don't know. Let me see. Let's do. Yeah. Okay, so no, that was not our issue, so we're still failing. I'm not really familiar why we kind of have this. I kind of just followed to get rid of the error why we're checking row does not equal -1 here. Because does it really matter if it is -1? Let's see if we try and remove this. Or cold count col is equal to rows. So let's F10 this. Oh, what is going on here? Let's get rid of this. Let's just run it normally. I'm curious. Maybe this will be an instant fix. Okay, so now we're getting this error again. Bro, like what? Dude, I'm literally so lost, bro. Oh my god. I don't know why I need that. So we do need this, but I want to see, why are we checking this? Why do we need to check row does not equal -1? And this is exactly why I do these problems in Python, dude. Because it's so much simpler. If the key array number is not found in my dictionary, then row and col will remain -1. This can crash program, corrupt the memory. Okay, so check row -1 the safety guide to ensure you don't use an invalid index. So that must be the error. You must be accessing some invalid point or something in memory, I assume. I don't know. Okay, so we need this. So it must be something to do with this part of our code here. But to be honest, I'm not really too sure kind of what it is. And I'm going to learn why, because I don't know why. You run into a scoping issue. The variables row and col only exist inside the if block when you declare them. Oh wait, no, sorry. We want this whole thing. I don't know why. You're declaring row and col twice, and due to the variable shadowing, the outer row and col are never updated. Creates new variables that hide the ones you declared above. So the outer row col remain -1. Access row count -1, which is undefined behavior. Ah, okay. So instead of this here, we want to create like a tuple here, looks like. And then instead here, we want to do int row is equal to, oh sorry, row, right? Yeah. Row is equal to pos.first, col is equal to pos.second. Then we increment. Okay, let's run this now. Let's see what this gives us. So maybe this will... Okay, there we go. Now we're passing the test cases. Okay. I'm new here, Rishi. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Thanks for dropping by. I'm starting a little like Discord community. If anyone's interested in joining, it's in the description. There's about 20 people in the Discord now, so starting a little community, maybe like just like a little coding community. I don't know where I was gonna take it. I just made one, so it's been fun chatting to everyone on there. So if you have any interest, it's in the description. Anyway, so I believe that was our issue here. Variable shadowing, they call it. I'm gonna have to probably look into that a little later, but let's change that here. So I believe. Okay, now I believe this should run. There we go. Let's submit that. Okay, type shit. Okay. I think I'm going to call the stream there, guys. I've been going for about an hour and a half. I want to get to work on some project stuff before I go to sleep, so
Gonna keep looking into some more C++ stuff. Probably understand why that. I'm good. How about you, sir? I'm doing great, Rishi. Thank you for stopping by. I'm actually just about to end the stream, so thank you guys all for the support. Thank you guys for watching me, chatting with me while I kind of learned and struggled here. So thank you guys. I stream every day at the same time, so thank you guys for hanging out, and I will see you guys tomorrow for 165. So thank you guys, and see you later.